In the fall of 1994, 312 years after LaSalle claimed the Mississippi River Basin for the Kingdom of France, 191 years after the Louisiana Purchase, and 57 years after Père Lorentz documented its importance, we traveled the length of our continent's greatest waterway.
If you are visiting the Shrine of Our Lady of the Rivers for the first time, you may want to know exactly where you are. The river in front of you is the Mississippi. To your left,
but it's always, there's a certain aura about the river, and about, I think, every town on the river. It links, the river links the culture and the people. Even back 1860,
railroad, but you never really heard much about
all the other towns,
the packet boats, which brought a lot of people, a lot of immigrants came up through steamboat. The U.S. mail was handled on steamboats. Freight
come down the river to New Orleans.
It kept everybody, it kept farmers in business.
It's an analogy for life in
the
itself.
river is right on beyond the southern boundaries, right on into Ohio or Illinois.
And by the end of it, it's a lifeline.
It goes back like the Mark Twain riding down him and as you see over there is the Delta steamboat, and that's what it means to me, you know. And I like to go down on the boat one day and just ride down and go state to state. That's something I never did.
Whatever we are today probably wouldn't have occurred if it wasn't for the river.
Along the river's banks, we approached the natives and asked the question, what does America need?
In my days when I started farming, our neighbors, we worked together. That's what made fun. That was fun.
There's no such thing as brother helping brother anymore.
We always,
you know, back, I can remember the time whenever, in the 50s, that if somebody's house burned over there, everybody in the neighborhood, everybody in the country that found out about it would carry clothes, furniture. They'd almost set them back up. You know, they'd have a place to stay.
Need help, my neighbors will come. We always push. We've never no money exchange. Never no money. It's just all help exchange.
Volunteer work, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had a good time by doing it.
Now we hardly know our neighbors.
And now I don't even know my neighbors.
Nowadays, they don't care. That's just the morals are gone.
Now I don't even know.
You know, the house burned now, everybody sat around and said, well, old John's house burned last night. I bet his ass is cold today. Excuse my language. That's just why people don't care anymore. They don't have that in-touch feeling.
At one time, I knew everybody on that street, but I don't know a third of them on there anymore.
I believe in the golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you.
We really are poised for adversarial relationships. You know, we're aware of who we are.
People have got to change. They've got to have a better belief and a better attitude, and find ways to overcome some of these problems and quit worrying about it being the other guy's fault, being the black's fault, being the Jew's fault. We need to lighten up. I mean, we're getting.
Sometimes you can't hardly send that to your neighbor kids.
You can't send that to night. You know, everybody can come together. That's all
we have little tolerance for new ideas, for different ideas, for conflicting ideas. We spend so much time attacking
and understanding one another, despite of our diversity and our differences, as being one people and looking out for the other, trying to help that person. You know, remembering that will be a source of enlivened community in our American life.
Sometimes you can't hardly send that to your neighbor kid. You know, they're just so vague.
Sometimes
you can't
instead of asking mother and daddy where the children
kid
are,
don't want to
you better ask
hurt you and
mom and daddy
their parents don't want to go.
13-year-old kid with a gun. Where the hell's mom and dad?
Well, you know, the whole system is kind of like set up for failure.
The fact that families that are starting out now, the needs to establish a home and so forth requires both parents working, and that's breaking up the family connection between them and their youngsters.
My generation, there was no gang
gang warfare.
I've worked law enforcement, and I see a lot of kids, you know, kids kind of pick up on what the parents are doing. You know, if the parents are just sitting around waiting on that check
gunfights
every
and things
month,
like
then the
that
kids
you're
see
having
that
now.
as a way
Now
of
you go in
life,
these
and they're
big
not
cities, all
exposed
you
to
have is gang
other
fights, gang
avenues,
fights,
and,
gang fights.
so they pick up
And
on
all
the
you hear
tradition.
is
I mean, you see one
each
family
gang
move out
fighting
of
the
one
other gang.
project and move to another project. I mean, that's their
I
world.
said
Their world
need
is
some
limited.
help.
They need to be exposed.
So much killing going on. Need help.
Cut down on some of the violence on TV. I mean, that right there is teaching the kids a lot. Kids today know more than what kids knew 20 years ago at the same age.
Killing,
and you have to deal with
drugs
that.
and stuff like that. Other than that,
I think you should have better judges. Put the people in jail that need it. I believe in the golden rule.
No,
Do
poor
unto
person
others as you want
goes
them
out
to
and
do
Make it
unto
right,
you.
right,
Gets
wrong,
convicted
And if
right
they
away.
put them
Not trying
away,
to
then they
switch the
won't
two.
have so much murder
And
going on.
get back to the basics where a family.
They don't want to
is
get
a
involved,
family.
and to me, that's what has to happen. People have to
All
start
the
getting
jails
involved and start
pass
caring
all the gun
and trying to
laws,
fill
but
in for
that
what's
will not
missing.
do a thing until the individual has a responsibility.
The Mississippi River is a natural path for our expedition. The topography of the region and the structure of our method documentary is complemented by its narrative.
It's a good place to meditate.
I can imagine it as a metaphor for American life that we do move around a lot as a society, and we all live the
Like the river, we seek a course to carry our cargo, our ideas. The waterway has talked to us about its strengths, its depths, its widths, its floods, its currents, and its natural diversity.
They say it's like a stream that you can step across and
our
where it
lives
starts.
converge much as the river does.
America has grown and changed. The river is a keeper and muse of America's history. Out of this sediment, the Mississippians form a human mouth of our country.
But if they could get back that, and like I said, as far as the government, if they could get back to some programs that would create jobs, that's what they need to concern on.
I think they need jobs for people.
more jobs.
If you got a job, if you don't have anything, you're going to seek what you can get. You know, you're going to try to survive. That's just a natural instinct, you know, to try to get what you can to survive. And you're going to do whatever it takes to do it. You know, if it gets down to it, you have to go in the grocery store, steal a banana to keep them starving to death, you'll do it. As time went by, you know, of course, machinery replaced the man. So then it left the man without anything to do. That's all of it in a nutshell. Technology
took control of America, man. They don't have any values anymore of life, and they won't even provide jobs and nothing like that for American people. They won't do that. They leave us out here with nothing, man. That's what they do. And so people talking about rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is drinking. Rehabilitation.
And the economy is the study of survival of a nation as a whole with respect to the financial side of financial status.
The word I'm looking for, Joe, is technology.
Technology just sunk it.
But that's what caused a great change when a lot of the industries shut down inside this country, the major industries. That's what caused a great shift in the economy, because the government didn't realize, didn't stop realizing when they shut down those major industries. That's why those billions of dollars worth of taxes
are educated, and people here should learn or get degrees that allow them to do something.
Sense of job hunting. Right now, the homeless is out there. They know the homeless is out there. Why not build a big building, put them all in there, and make them work for a living?
Actually, what they should do is like they did when Roosevelt have CC camps for these young people to get into.
They leave us out here with nothing, man.
Recreation like that when they're young.
Really controlled by these people, and they don't have no idea what's going on. Once they get to the state capitol or to D.C., they have no idea what's going on in the rest of the country.
Many of the people in Congress are crooked as hell.
America needs peace, man. harmony and happiness, man.
From the rich people getting richer and the poor getting poor.
You know, for all the war equipment,
rehabilitating, man, because
quit picking on people wouldn't have to spend so much money.
They don't have any values anymore in life. And they won't even provide jobs and nothing like that for American people. They won't do that. They leave us out here with nothing, man.
The country needs to turn around, and the American people have got to take more interest in what the hell is going on, and if necessary, march on Washington.
Everybody united as one. You know, politics, what I feel, politics is something to keep everybody divided.
It's all over the country. If you read and listen to people, not only from here, but people I come in contact with who are from other parts of the country, they have the same feeling that your government is becoming too centralized, your constitution is being
politics on the state and federal levels. And I think what we need in this country, and I think it applies entirely from coast to coast, is we need more people to go vote. We need more people.
I guess what we really need is a good salesman.
I think this goes
to sell the American public
right up to the national level.
I find that the most dangerous thing happening in our country right now is the far-right conservative notion that their way is the only way. And I see them offering nothing constructive, only things destructive. They want to tear down and they don't want to build up. You might say that the liberals were doing the same thing back in the 60s. Somehow we survived that. I sure hope we can survive this.
With my choice right now, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. If I had a choice right now,
This is on tape, you know?
I know, I can see that now. I can see that now. You right up on me too, huh?
Well, you got to, you know.
But life should be better than what it is here, man.